According to the Urban Dictionary, the Darwin Awards is an award given to people who contribute the most to the evolution of humanity by removing their genes from the gene pool, sometimes given to people who simply sterilize themselves, but most of the recipients have ended up dead because of their actions. Basically, the concept is that people kill/injure themselves to the point where reproduction is no longer possible, whilst doing something surrealistically stupid by ensuring that their stupid genes do not spread. They ultimately help humanity and thus receive an award. Now, after researching the awards and finding out how some people actually died, here are some of the more interesting ones. Don't try these at home. Number 1. We'll start with a famous one. In 1993, an attorney called Gary Hoy was giving a tour at the DT Centre in Toronto, Canada, for a law firm where he worked at. He was showing some law students around, and during the tour, Gary then showed off the building's windows. He would often joke about the building's reputation for its unbreakable windows, and would often run into them to prove it. However, when he did it this time, he popped the window out of place and fell 24 stories to his death. Number 2. So for a second Darwin Award, still in the 90s, we have a gentleman who thought that jumping off Niagara Falls was a good idea. And I don't mean just jumping off the waterfall, no. This daredevil, better known as Robert Overraker, wanted to do this with a jet ski. Robert somehow fitted a rocket booster to the ski and was also wearing a parachute. The plan was as follows: activate the jet booster prior to jumping off, and then once in the air, use the parachute to land safely afterwards. To Robert, this seemed like a good idea on paper. However, since water makes things wet, nothing ended up working, so he just jet skied off the waterfall and fell to his death. Number 3. It's not just deaths from last century that get put on the Darwin Awards. Last year, on Easter Monday in Italy, a 46-year-old man decided to break into a supermarket to steal something to drink. So he did that and managed to pull a bottle out from a large stack of crates, causing them to crash down on top of him. Employees soon discovered him the next day and used the CCTV footage to compose the 46-year-old's final moments. Number 4. For our next award, we are hopping over the border and into France, where a 47-year-old man got the bright idea to climb out of his bedroom using an Ethernet cable as a rope. The backstory for this was apparently his mother locked him in his room to stop him from intoxicating himself, but this didn't prevent him from falling 9 stories to his death, since the cable was unable to support his weight. Number 5, and to round things off, let's talk about a wannabe bridge bungee jumper. A 22-year-old man wanted to avoid standard commercial bungee operators and decided to do things by himself. He tied several bungee cords together and measured the height of the bridge at 70 feet. However, the 22-year-old must have forgotten that bungee cords extend and actually made it too short. So when he jumped off the bridge, the cords extended and he then smacked straight into the ground and died. An unfortunate end, really. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to check out some of my other stuff.